Hello, Derek. Welcome back to the other lesson. I remember last time we learned a lot of things in Excel, and we covered maximum number of items that can enable you to practice Excel as an intermediate learner. So today we are going to do some questions that I provided for more practice, so that at least you can get an highlight on how to go through them. Also, as a way to remind ourselves what we did last time. The questions here, I'll try to arrange them well in a very presentable way. Question number one, number two, number three, up to number four, seven, and 10. So we are going to start with one question after another. Question number one says that create a table of student scores with names, calculate the total score for each student using the sum formula. As you know, the sum formula is just easy like that. We're going to apply it in a real project. Let's go to Excel and let me open new. What we're going to do is to create student. Let me say student. Then we're going to have subjects. So in subjects, we're going to have maybe maths. Let me take science. Okay, we have to skip a space for grade. It's science. Let's take ICT. Okay. Let's go with three subjects so that we can go quickly. This is the demonstration. So we assume that we don't have the student name. Let's say student one, student two, student three. Um, student student one. Sorry, this one be student one. Then we drag them down to make more students. So let's take up to 10 students or 15. Let's go with 15. Okay. Yeah. Then mathematics score grading, man, because there's a question for grading. After having that, you copy and paste in both subjects. We're done with that. Then we are going to say total marks. After total, we are going to have average. After average, there will be a grade for average. Uh, grade. Then rank, whereby in grade we are going to have the formula for grade, which is equal sign if if logic test, this one is greater than 80, then this should give us a comma. After writing that one, it's easy for me. I'm just going to copy this and paste it, because we are going to test logic in both grade A, B, C, D up to F. So this is for A only. J, if the student gets 70 or get B or C or D, also we have to test. I just paste for B, for C, for D, and F. So what I do is just to change. This is for 60, whereby it's gonna be B. If this person gets 40, Excel should tell us that this is C. Also, if you get 20 and above, that is D. The Excel should respond. And also, if otherwise, say F, because we are now going to remain with one option. So it will be from 0 to 20, that is an F. That is an F. Right, so we have to close the bracket from the nearer bracket, then we go to further, we go to next, we go to the last one. When we're closing, we start with this one and this. We go to this and another one, another this and this, so that we can be able to close all the brackets. So click enter. There you have. Ready? You copy this formula. For writing once is enough for you. Just copy and paste it in others so that we can just save the time. We're done with that. So we have our ready. So it's F because we said otherwise it is F. So if you put maybe something like 10 here, that is still F. Let's assume that it is 50. See, it changes to C. Okay, let's put the total marks equal sign. This one we use sum numbers that we're going to total one. Hold control, science, and ICT. Press enter. It is giving us 50 because only we have the only grade we have, no, score we have is mathematics, I mean, which is 50. Average also is easy. After writing average, no, that's not average. Average is here. Then we do the same. Click this one, hold control. If you hold the control, the comma is going to apply by default. You can see. Yeah, then click enter. This is grade C. Rank is what is called rank. I go to double click. What you're going to rank? We are going to rank average. We are ranking this person in the reference of the whole class, which is here. Now, as I told you, we are going to apply dollar sign. This is called how do you call this? This is called absolute reference that we are going to apply. So in absolute reference, we have to apply dollar sign so that the rows, this reference class should be the same in all students that you're going to rank. So I'm going to put a comma, then I rank them in ascending order. Then enter. We have number one. So from this, we are just going to do something. We have no marks. We have no marks. Now, if I say that, okay, I put manually, it will force me to make sure that I put manually in all students. So that's wastage of time. I'm going to use a formula to get fake results. Rand between is the best formula for this. It's a random number. This creates a random number from any number you want, from the range you want. For me, I know that the max is from 0 to 100. So in the bottom, I'm going to put 0 and then top 100. Then I say, okay, randomly it has come. So copy, then paste, then say enter. So now we already have everything we want. What we do is just to double click here. We already have everything. Now what we're going to do is to make out this number of decimal are too many, so we're going to make them at least one decimal place is okay with us. One decimal place is okay with us. Now let's arrange our work properly so we can set them center. Just put them look nice. But also, uh, let's see if we can reset this. Uh, let's see, we minimize the. We are trying to minimize the space here. Okay, yeah. After having everything we need now, you have to make your work look nice. You can bold the titles so that it can look nice. Okay, so if you come back to the question number one says create a table of students with score and calculate the total score. This one is done. Let's go to question number two. In the same table, find the average. We already done the average. Question number three, assign grade to student already is done. Question number four, calculate the highest score, which is maximum. Okay, let's now go to maximum and minimum, which we have not yet done. Uh, maximum, max. We are going to say, let me give you the name as max. Start from here. Maximum. The maximum is going to give us the highest number, the highest score. The formula for maximum is equal sign. You say max, and then sorry, max double query, and then we drag the range where we are going to count the maximum. Just put enter. So the maximum number is maximum max is 231. But also we can apply this into average. So we have it there. And minimum, minimum, we're going to do the same. Just equal sign, say min, and drag. After dragging that, oh, does it work? Sorry, what is happening? Min, let's take the minimum. It's here, up there. The minimum max is there. We should have that one, right? Are we going to do the same in reducing the number of decimal places to one? Okay. All right. So we are done with question number four and five. Still the question number six. Count the number of students in the table using counter. We are going to count the number of students. I say number. So the number of students is going to be equal sign counter. Counter counts numbers and letters. The counts only numbers. So counter is the best when you're working with things that relate to numbers. Then drag all the students. Let's enter. Then we have 14 in number. Let's see the next question. Question number seven is about rank that we are done already. We're done with the rank. If you look at this, the rank is very perfect. We have number one, number two, number three, and so on. Next question is nine. Count if. You say count if. Okay, we are counting the student who score above the average. Above the average, maybe it's 51 and above, 50 and above. Means 51 up to 100. So let's go with this. Above average count, above, above Average, we are going to say equal sign, count if. You're counting if the student range. If here you're working with average is greater than greater than greater than 50. Then we close that. Then we say we have only 9 students uh, above the number. Next question is question number 10. To create a bar chart, pie chart, visualize the report, the display of average. Display of average. In this question, we are going to apply something here. Let me. Okay, this question wants us to draw a bar chart that has the name of student and average. So here we are going to apply something called pivot table. Pivot table, we have to select, and then we get it from here. The easiest way to get it is to click here. After clicking here, you choose student and not grade, not total, and average only. Then after having this, we're now going to label this. This is student. Then this is average. We can also edit it to be average. Say okay, right? Average. Sorry. Let me try to name this. Be an average. Okay. Let's give any number so that you can. So average, as you know, we're going to make it a bit. Uh, these decimal places are too big, so you take one, set them center. So from here, you can draw a table by selecting this and coming to here. You insert, you get your graph like that. Or just come here and create insert pie chart. Set a pie chart, right? So we have everything that they want. They say pie chart or bar chart. And there's the end of our questions. Then I wish you all the best. Any other things? Maybe you can just make your program look nice by putting colors and so on. Those are not necessary, but it is when you have the time you can just make them look the way you want them to look. All right. I wish you all the best as you're moving on with other studies. Thank you so much.